Hello, my name is Ron Foster. Have you ever wondered how the Great Pyramids of Egypt were built?
The ancient Great Pyramid of Giza, how was it built? Here's my theory. Gonna build a mountain from a little hill. Popular song from 1961 is the basis of my theory on how the Great Pyramids were built. Specifically, one of the largest called the Great Pyramid of Giza, also known as the Pyramid of Khufu and the Pyramid of Cheops, the oldest and largest of the three pyramids in the Giza Pyramid complex, bordering what is now El Giza, Egypt. It is also the oldest of the seven wonders of the ancient world and the only one to remain largely intact. The architect and supervisor of construction was a relative of Khufu, Hemenenu. His title was Prince of Egypt. My theory revolves around the principle of removing desert sand from ground zero. More about this later in my book. We know that a great many workers were involved in building the pyramids in ancient times. The Great Pyramid of Giza employed an estimated 20,000 to 25,000 men over a 20-year span. I'm sure women were involved as well. I must mention that some of the world's deepest man-made holes were as follows. A diamond mine in Kimberley, South Africa. This pit was 1,200 feet deep and about 1,500 feet across. It took over 43 years to dig. The workers began in 1871 and finished in 1914. The amount of earth removed was more than 28 million tons. The area would be 1,800,000 square feet. The Bingham Canyon in Utah is the deepest at 4,000 feet and 3 miles wide, but it was a canyon to begin with, so not all of it is man-made. The Mir Diamond Mine in Siberia is the deepest proper man-made hole and 1,640 feet deep and 4,000 feet across. Reference to BBC Science Focus magazine. The Great Pyramid is 481 feet from the base, ground zero, to its apex, highest point. It rests on 13 acres, 566,280 square feet. Each side is 755 feet in length. All of the foregoing is the premise of my theory number one, which will be explained with drawings and some limited computations from my research on the subject. The ancient Egyptians came up with a mortar bond that they used to cement the stones of the Great Pyramid together. We know the chemical content makeup of the mortar, but we are unable to make it ourselves. It's like having all the ingredients of a cake and unable to bake it. Of course, my theory of removing sand and building ground zero down is just a theory. The world's best minds have not figured out exactly how the ancient pyramids were built, so why can't a guy from Paterson, New Jersey give it a try? The bigger question is, if we believe that the Egyptians built the pyramids, how can we not believe they could also dig a hole 481 feet, 5.6 million square foot, 13 acres, in the desert? This indeed would make all theories valid possibilities. An acre is 43,569 square feet. 13 acres base of pyramid times 43,500 square feet equals a total of 566,280 square feet. Wind is the primary sculptor of a desert's hills of sand called dunes. Wind builds dunes that rise as high as 590 feet. Sandstorms may bury everything in their path, rocks, fields, and even towns. The roots of a mesquite desert plant tree can reach water more than 100 feet underground. And then there are craters. The Ubehebe crater, located in the northern part of California.
Valley National Park is 2,400 feet in diameter and 500 feet deep. Stones near the top of the pyramid last 50 meters towards the pyramidion are 50 centimeters to 70 centimeters. That's 20 inches to 28 inches. References to Journal Physical Review Letters, Denise Chow, Twitter at Denise Chow, Live Science, Daniel Bond, Slant, University of Amsterdam. It is my hope that the readers of this book will not take my theory and writings as empirical evidence on how the Great Pyramid of Giza or any of the ancient Egyptian pyramids were constructed, for only those Egyptians would be able to tell us that themselves. The real story has yet to be told, and I believe the Egyptians wanted it that way. And why? Only God knows. I didn't do this research or write this book to try and prove anything, but rather to give the reader my own perspective after looking at the theories of others since 1986. Many great scientific minds have researched this subject with their own technically advanced theories on this mystery. And my theory is just another view, writing my own evaluation of evidence that I've studied and researched. My career as a professional musician, inventor, and writer allows me the privilege of looking at this building of the pyramids in a more creative way, and I lean on that perspective almost entirely. It is not a huge technical research study on the matter, but rather a down-to-earth, pun intended, common sense approach that ultimately just adds to many of those past theories. Please contact me for the entire book if you would like to read the whole story. You can reach me at pianoguy4@yahoo.com. That's piano, PIANOGUY, the number 4 at yahoo.com. And thank you for listening.